Welcome back. I'm Raj Joshi. Ever since the very first electronic game trade show, there have always been those mysterious rooms where the general public could not enter. You know, where all the cool stuff was shown to the industry elite. Well, that all changes today. BattleCast Primetime's own David Silverman attended the Leipzig Games Convention and took us behind closed doors on the new expansion pack. Here's his sneak peek.
Now, as you can see, typically you're not allowed to film back here, but for BattleCast Primetime fans, let's have a sneak peek.
We're doing a lot of cool things in this expansion pack. We're now introducing our Zone Raider. And the Zone Raider comes with shoulder-mounted anti-air rockets, one of our brand new units. This is the GDI Hammerhead gunship. Now, as a hover tank, the anti-air Scout is a bit faster than your average treaded tank like the Predator or the Mammoth. So I won't be able to take in these hammerheads just yet due to those NOD anti-aircraft turrets. I'm going to need something on the ground to take those out. And to do that, we're going to use another one of our brand new units. This is the GDI Shatterer. And we're very happy to introduce one of our brand new NOD units. These are the Awakened. So this is another one of our brand new units. This is the Spectre Artillery. And the really cool thing about these guys is that they're stealth. This is the NOD Reckoner armored personnel carrier. Once I deploy these bunkers, you're going to notice some really cool fireworks. Can't wait to show you more in the upcoming episodes.
If you'd like to see the entire Behind Closed Doors presentation, it's posted at www.battlecastprimetime.com. Welcome back, David. You seem to have made it back in record time.
Well, you know, the whole time zone thing kind of works in your favor coming back. In any event, we'll return to more expansion pack news along with a very special guest in just a few moments. But first, let's take a look at what else is new in the Command & Conquer universe from the front.
All over the country, C&C players are fighting tooth and nail for a spot at the World Cyber Games U.S. Finals in Orlando, Florida. Among those competing was our very own developer, Gavin EA Ender Simon. BattleCast Primetime was there at the Pacific Regional Finals. Gavin sets his sights on SeekerSpam.exe, aka Sean Teeter. Sean kicks it off with 8 refineries and 4 war factories. In a base creep covering 2/3 of the map, it's Pitbull ready for action. Gavin counters with tripods, taking out an early expansion base, but his victory is short-lived as the Mammoth tanks roll out. Gavin loses the series without a single win. After smashing through Gavin, Sean steamrolled the competition at the U.S. Finals in Orlando to clinch a seat in Seattle for the World Cyber Games Grand Finals. We're pulling for you, Sean. Tune in next episode for more on-the-scene World Cyber Games coverage.
Cheap tactics? Your days are numbered. Later this month, EA will be releasing patch 1.09, which includes a host of balance changes that will significantly alter strategies and tactics. EA's top gun, Gavin Simon, is dialed up via satellite, since he has some time, to provide some more details on the patch. Gavin?
Thanks for rubbing it in, David. The biggest change 1.09 brings is the promised retuning of C&C3's economy in an effort to address several concerns that you, the fans, have expressed. Harvesters will now carry 1,400 credits of green Tiberium rather than 2,400 and 2,800 of blue. However, their cycle, the time it takes them to make one round trip between the field and refinery, has been shortened by 8 seconds to create a smoother income. Overall, it's a 35% reduction to Tiberium gathering. This change is designed to accomplish 3 goals. First, with less money in the game, you'll see less unit spam, and with fewer units in play, there will be more of an emphasis on tactical skill and micromanagement. Second, it makes harassment more viable. With harvesters taking longer to return their investment, taking out 2 or 3 of them early on will really hurt your opponent. Finally, with a lowered income rate and that increased emphasis on harassment, teching up will be a more important strategic decision to make, and teching up too soon will put you in a dangerous position, vulnerable to attack. A taste of just a few of the other changes we're making. Artillery for all 3 factions have had their range increased by 25% to help counter those powerful Tier 3 base defenses and let you crack the toughest of turtles. In addition to a slightly longer cooldown, the Skrin Buzzer Swarm can no longer be summoned directly on top of enemy infantry. Plus, Devastator warships have had their damage increased along with a longer reload time and smaller splash damage to reduce their dominance over masses of enemy infantry. Watch out, don't leave those key groups of structures undefended anymore. Commandos have had their post-C4 duck and cover time reduced to just 1.5 seconds. As for the Brotherhood of Nod, well, all I can say is that while you may not see quite as many glowing green rocket squads anymore, you're definitely going to see a lot more avatars and stealth tanks out there on the battlefield. But that's all the information I can divulge for now. However, for the full list of patch notes, head over to commandandconquer.com. My game ID is EADevEnder. Hope to see you online.
Thanks, Gavin.
On August 31st, 1995, the world was changed forever when Command & Conquer released on the PC. In honor of the 12th year anniversary, EA has been launching a month-long campaign celebrating the 12 years of Command & Conquer. Today, EA continues this celebration by launching C&CMovies.com, a site that will contain every FMV cutscene from the original Command & Conquer game through Red Alert 2. Now you can watch Yuri's brain floating in a jar again and again and again and again.
Okay, thanks, Raj. So what happened in the 16 years between Firestorm and C&C 3? What was the fate of Cabal? What is the secret to Kane's return? If there's one person who may know the answer to these and other life-altering questions, it's C&C designer Sam Bass. Fortunately, we have him in studio. Sam, welcome to BattleCast Primetime.
Thanks, David.
Are you ready, Sam, to face the firing squad?
Hell yeah.
Sam, before we begin this rapid barrage of questions, let's get to know you a little bit better. I know that you went to UC Santa Barbara to study screenwriting, but since you were 17 years old, you've been involved with games. Why the switch to interactive?
Well, David, I love the movies, as everyone does. In the end, I think that games are an emerging medium where there are all kinds of new and exciting ways to tell stories, ways that we've never really had before.
Now, speaking of telling stories, I know that you co-wrote the story for Kane's Wrath. In a universe that spans, multiple games, how do you start?
Well, with C&C 3, we went back to brass tacks. You got Kane, GDI, Nod, Tiberium. And so here we got a chance with Kane's Wrath to delve a little bit deeper into the canon, into Cabal, into the Tacitus, into the post-Firestorm universe that C&C 3 we really just didn't deal with.
It's funny you mentioned the Tacitus. On BattleCast Primetime Aftermath, we actually debuted the trailer that was shown at Leipzig with Kane saying the Tacitus is key. Now, there's a lot of people out there who have no idea what the hell the Tacitus is, so please enlighten us. What is the Tacitus, Sam?
Well, the Tacitus is an ancient alien device. It's commonly known as a data matrix orb. It's kind of a lexicon of knowledge and information. But there's also more to it than that.
Now, while you're on the subject, the silver bullet, why is it key?
Can't tell you that, Dave.
Come on, Sam, you're on the firing squad. Give me something.
You get nothing.
What about Cabal? What's the story with him? Is he in the game?
Cabal was only the beginning.
Anton Slavik?
Well, I can confirm that Anton Slavik, who's the former leader of the Black Hand, will be seen in our game, and that the Black Hand themselves will be one of our sub-factions.
Now, you mentioned sub-factions. There's sub-factions, there's epic units, there's a global conquest mode. With all of this, how is the story told?
Well, we're actually trying to do something a little different, David. Rather than doing the conventional linear narrative campaign, you go from mission to mission, go here, blow this up, we're giving you a global view of the world. And you still have objectives, but which way you go, what you build, which parts of the world you go through, that's all up to you as the player. And no matter what, you'll be rewarded with one of our lovely cinematics.
And those cinematics are still live action, right?
Oh, yeah.
And Kane's coming back?
Oh, yeah, he's back.
And who's with him?
I can't tell you.
Sam Bass, you've survived the firing squad. Here's a t-shirt to commemorate this experience.
Wow, well, it was worth it all for the t-shirt, Dave.
When we return, a truly global main event. Our featured match pitting Dackel versus Arctic, Germany versus the Czech Republic, Nod versus Skrin. Who will reign supreme? Plus, our cameras catch up with Kane on the loose at Leipzig, Germany, when BattleCast Primetime continues on Command & Conquer TV.
Prepare for ascension. Behold, my child, the sweep of history. Cabal was only the beginning.